shit, look, you know what I mean? Have to recycle. You know what I'm talking about? Welcome back to Eddie B TV. I am, of course, Eddie B. Nice to see y'all. And we are back at you again today for another reaction video. And today we're gonna get into some more George Carlin, y'all. All right. Well, normally I have George Carlin reserved for the most part for my headliner Wonderful Fridays. So that would tell you guys that if I have George down for Thursday, what does he have on deck for Friday? Well, I'll leave that to the imagination. But yeah, we're gonna get into one from George today. And this one is gonna be titled Saving the Planet. Okay, well, you know what? I know George is gonna have a lot to say about this one, you know what I mean? So we're going to just kick back and just enjoy the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy the facts, and that's just what George preaches all the time, facts, nothing but facts. So yeah, man, and this video was suggested to me by one of my very loyal subscribers, and I'm glad I'm finally able to get to this one. Miss Tomo, or Tomo, I hope it's Tomo because that would probably make more sense. Thank you very much for suggesting this video. I really appreciate your suggestion, and I'm glad that I'm able to get to it. Like I've always said, George Carlin is my #1 favorite comedian of all time. Saved my life on more than one occasion with his material. And overall, man, he's just one of the smartest comedians that I've ever seen, you know, to myself personally. He's definitely one of the GOATs. So yeah, man, we're gonna get into this one, like I said. So George Carlin, Saving the Planet. And if you like this reaction, please like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Keep everything going. All right. Well, one more day till the end of the week after this one, man. And if I got George today, like I said, what do I got in store for tomorrow? I got a few choices to choose from that I think are worthy of a headliner Friday, and but that's for tomorrow. We got this going on right now. George Carlin, Saving the Planet, right here on Eddie B TV. Thanks again one more time, Ms. Tomo. Let's get into this one. All right, let's get situated here. And here we go.
See, I'm not one of these people who's worried about everything. You got people like this around you. Country's full of them now. People walking around all day long, every minute of the day, worried about everything. Worried about the air, worried about the water, worried about the soil. Worried about insecticides, pesticides, food additives, carcinogens. Worried about radon gas, worried about asbestos. Worried about saving endangered species. Let me tell you about endangered species, all right?
Oh, tell me.
Saving endangered species is just one more arrogant attempt by humans to control nature. It's arrogant meddling. It's what got us in trouble in the first place. Doesn't anybody understand that? Interfering with nature.
They don't understand.
Over 90%, way over 90% of all the species that have ever lived on this planet, are gone. They're extinct.
That's real.
We didn't kill them all. They just disappeared.
Yeah.
That's what nature does.
Yeah.
They disappear these days at the rate of 25 a day. And I mean regardless of our behavior. Irrespective of how we act on this planet, 25 species that were here today will be gone tomorrow. Let them go gracefully. Leave nature alone. Haven't we done enough? We're so self-important. So self-important. Everybody's gonna save something now.
We got a lot more
save the
damage to do.
trees, save the bees, save the whales, save those snails.
Save the snails.
And the greatest arrogance of all, save the planet. What? Are these fucking people kidding me? Save the planet? We don't even know how to take care of ourselves yet. We haven't learned how to care for one another. We're gonna save the fucking planet? I'm getting tired of that shit. Tired of that shit.
Yeah.
Tired.
That's real.
I'm tired of fucking Earth Day. I'm tired of these self-righteous environmentalists, these white bourgeois liberals who think the only thing wrong with this country is there aren't enough bicycle paths. People trying to make the world safe for their Volvos.
Bourgeois.
Besides, environmentalists don't give a shit about the planet. They don't care about the planet. Not in the abstract, they don't. Not in the abstract, they don't. You know what they're interested in? A clean place to live. Their own habitat. They're worried that someday in the future they might be personally inconvenienced. Narrow, unenlightened self-interest doesn't impress me. Besides, there is nothing wrong with the planet. Nothing wrong with the planet. The planet is fine. The people are fucked. Difference.
Yeah.
Difference. The planet is fine.
Straight up, bro.
Compared to the people, the planet is doing great. It's been here 4.5 billion years. Did you ever think about the arithmetic? Planet has been here 4.5 billion years. We've been here, what, 100,000? Maybe 200,000? And we've only been engaged in heavy industry for a little over 200 years. 200 years versus 4.5 billion. And we have the conceit to think that somehow we're a threat? That somehow we're going to put in jeopardy this beautiful little blue-green ball that's just a-floating around the sun? The planet has been through a lot worse than us. Been through all kinds of things worse than us. Been through earthquakes, volcanoes, plate tectonics, continental drift, solar flares, sunspots, magnetic storms, the magnetic reversal of the poles, hundreds of thousands of years of bombardment by comets and asteroids and meteors, worldwide floods, tidal waves, worldwide fires, erosion, cosmic rays, recurring ice ages, and we think some plastic bags and some aluminum cans are going to make a difference? The planet.
Oh, man.
The planet isn't going anywhere. We are.
No.
We're going away. Pack your shit, folks.
Oh,
We're going away.
where's my luggage?
And we won't leave much of a trace either. Thank God for that. Maybe a little styrofoam. Maybe. Little styrofoam. Planet will be here and we'll be long gone. Just another failed mutation. Just another closed-end biological mistake. An evolutionary cul-de-sac. The planet will shake us off like a bad case of fleas. A surface nuisance. You want to know how the planet's doing? Ask those people at Pompeii who are frozen into position from volcanic ash how the planet's doing.
Okay.
Want to know if the planet's all right? Ask those people in Mexico City or Armenia or 100 other places buried under thousands of tons of earthquake rubble if they feel like a threat to the planet this week. How about those people in Kilauea, Hawaii who build their homes right next to an active volcano and then wonder why they have lava in the living room?
Yeah.
The planet will be here for a long, long, long time after we're gone, and it will heal itself, it will cleanse itself, because that's what it does. It's a self-correcting system. The air and the water will recover, the earth will be renewed, and if it's true that plastic is not degradable, well, the planet will simply incorporate plastic into a new paradigm, the earth plus plastic. The earth doesn't share our prejudice towards plastic. Plastic came out of the earth. The earth probably sees plastic as just another one of its children. Could be the only reason the earth allowed us to be spawned from it in the first place. It wanted plastic for itself. Didn't know how to make it. Needed us. Could be the answer to our age-old philosophical question, why are we here? Plastic. Assholes.
All right.
So,
you're the plastic people.
So, the plastic is here. Our job is done. We can be phased out now. And I think that's really started already, don't you? I mean, to be fair, the planet probably sees us as a mild threat, something to be dealt with. And I'm sure the planet will defend itself in the manner of a large organism, like a beehive or an ant colony can muster a defense. I'm sure the planet will think of something. What would you do if you were the planet trying to defend against this pesky, troublesome species? Let's see. What might... Viruses. Viruses might be good. They seem vulnerable to viruses.
Oh, yeah.
And viruses are tricky, always mutating and forming new strains whenever a vaccine is developed. Perhaps this first virus could be one that compromises the immune system of these creatures. Perhaps a human immunodeficiency virus, making them vulnerable to all sorts of other diseases and infections that might come along. Yep. And maybe it could be spread sexually, making them a little reluctant to engage in the act of reproduction. Well, that's a poetic note.
Wow.
And it's a start.
Yeah.
And I can dream, can't I? See, I don't worry about the little things. Bees, trees, whales, snails. I think we're part of a greater wisdom than we will ever understand. A higher order. Call it what you want. Know what I call it? The big electron.
Okay.
The big electron. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
It doesn't punish. It doesn't judge at all.
Oh.
It just is. And so are we. For a little while. Thanks for being here with me for a little while tonight. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Damn. Felt like class was in session right here.
You, New York City, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. And take care of somebody else. Thank you. Good night.
Okay. That's weird. Yep. Okay, that's the end of that one. Had a little bit of a skip at the end there. I thought it was me and my signal for a second. All right, man. That was the end of that one. George Carlin, Saving the Planet. Well, you know, man, it takes me back, you know, to my my school days, you know, how they were trying to teach us about certain things that had to do with the environment and all that. And, you know, when you're a kid, it's very easy to get blinded by some of the nonsense they teach you in school about it. Some things are on point, but other things not so much. It's just the fact that human beings always feel like, you know, they're the answer to everything. It's kind of annoying, you know. It gets old very, very quick, and it really goes to show you how great this clip, you know, aged with time, you know, because, you know, when you say, like, so many people who are worried about everything, the hypochondriacs, you know, and all that, it's like they really think that everything is just right around the corner to get them. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know so much about so much, you know, but one thing I do know is that you can't fight off, you know, all of the diseases in the world or whatever unless you put your body to work and all that kind of stuff, you know. You can't control, you know, what happens with, like, earthquakes and volcanoes. Like you said, that's just a couple examples, but it's funny to me how a lot of people, like, you know, try to rationalize their belief in what they think saving the planet is. And I guess the one person, like, nowadays who's really getting a lot of heat for that, like, is that little girl, I forgot, Greta Thunberg or something like that, Thunberg or something like that. Your heart's in the right place, your brain is just not completely in the right place. You know what I mean? It's just like, for people to really think, like you said, we have the conceit to think that we're the threat to the planet. You know what I mean? We're little things compared to, like, the bigger picture, you know? And I always thought that was kind of goofy, but, you know, I leave well enough alone. You know, I'm not a professional at dealing with climate change or nothing like that, so I just kind of, like, let the people who are the experts handle that, you know? And a lot of people who think they're experts just keep talking and nobody's shutting them up, and that's also a part of the problem. But, you know, like, he made it funny when he was just like, yeah, all those things that he mentioned that is a big threat to the planet, or at least a bigger threat to people. And then he's like, at the end, and we think that just recycling some plastic bags and aluminum cans. I used to watch, like, little TV infomercials with that stuff a long time ago, man, when they were talking about save the planet, save the planet. And I'm just like, this is saving the planet? Doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but whatever. I grew up in a house where we had to recycle, you know, separate things and all that. It was, like, goofy, but I did it because if I didn't, Pops would whoop my ass. But but yeah, man, you know, and getting to what he said though about, like, what would the planet do to defend itself against people, he brought up HIV and AIDS, like, right away, you know what I mean? But talking about viruses, like, look what we got going on right now. We got COVID out and stuff like that. And a lot of people don't believe in that, but they believe we can save the planet. I mean, like, you see how ass backwards we are as people? I don't get it, man. But just like I said, I leave well enough alone, and I let the people who know what they're doing handle business. And if they wanted me to do something, the experts, okay, I'd see if I can make it a habit. I probably wouldn't, because I'm just a nuts. But hey, man, just gotta listen to the experts, man, and quit listening to your gut all the time, especially if you don't have no knowledge or nothing. But, you know, to say that it can be spread sexually, making us hesitate to reproduce and all that. But then again, it's not just spread sexually. You know what I mean? You can get it from blood transfusions. You can get it from sharing needles if you are a drug addict or something like that. It's just, it's more than one way to get a virus now. And that's the trippiest thing about the world we live in too. There's so many things that can take us out like that, but yeah, we think that we can just save the planet like that. But yeah, man, one more time, man. It's like George Carlin is classes in session on this one, man. He always is so accurate with his assessment of everything. And that's why he's one of my favorite comedian of all time, but he's definitely one of the GOATs for sure. So yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off right there, y'all. One more time, thank you, Miss Tomo, for suggesting this video to me. I'm always excited to get the George Carlin clips whenever I can. I got a lot of time, I got a lot of time in the future to get to more, especially the ones that I haven't seen that'll most likely be just audio clips before comedy specials on video became a real thing back in the day. But yeah, man, George never ceases to amaze me, surprise me, and make me feel a little bit secure in things that I might not know, and make me feel a little bit bad about things that I should know, So either way, man, it's always a pleasure. So thank you one more time, Miss Tomo, for doing that for me, giving me this video. I really appreciate it. So one more time, George Carlin, Saving the Planet. And if you like that reaction, please like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Keep everything going, like I always say. So yeah, man, Thursday we get to George Carlin, huh? I'm still weighing a couple of different choices for Friday. Hopefully I got one that really rings like it's a real headliner clip, I felt like at the beginning of the week it was tightest, because of that funny ass clip. But started out the week with it, got to some Patrice. Maybe hit a little bit of a brick wall with Taylor Tomlinson, but she had some funniness to her, but maybe it was just a bad clip. Maybe I gotta get to some more of her. People say that she's funny and other stuff, so I'm gonna have to take their word for it and get to some more of her in the future too. But yeah, man, George Carlin was today, man, and I was very much impressed with this one, man. It's just like no matter what, he's always there to let you know that you need to get over yourself and start absorbing some real knowledge instead of just your own made-up imagination knowledge, So not one and the same. So yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning in one more time, man. I had fun reacting to this one. I hope you guys did too with me. Love and appreciate y'all. Peace.